I wanted to do this video because I had some things on my mind, man. It's like an outtake video. It's going to probably be all over the place. Um, but what are we going to do now, man, with rap? What are we going to do? Every other week, rappers is getting killed. Every other week, rappers are getting killed. Every other week, rappers getting killed. And we don't really know. It's not really our business. To a certain extent, it is our business. Why? But the reason why I say it's not our business is because a lot of these guys live in different cities that live by different codes. They did different things in the street. They violated different people. They said a lot of different things. Like, imagine saying RIP to somebody who might have raped somebody's sister. Imagine saying RIP to somebody who might have somebody's house robbed where their mom or grandma stay. Imagine being upset for some people who might have had 13, 14, 15 bodies on them. You know what I mean? Like, just because you like their music. You know, in one breath, we like to cancel everybody. You know what I mean? You find one speck on somebody's shirt, you want to cancel the whole shirt, and everything they said is invalid. But in the other breath, when it comes to some of these guys out here who's meeting an early demise, you know what I'm saying? And it seems like they getting hunted and all kinds of things happening. Your everyday person ain't getting hunted, bro. People who don't play certain games and don't disrespect certain things and not out here doing certain things and just abiding and living and making moves, and you can still be affiliated with whatever gang you want to be affiliated with. You can talk heavy, dress, and have thousands of dollars worth of jewelry and have nice cars, and we see hundreds of thousands of people living their life every day. You go on YouTube, there's all kinds of influencers all around the United States on all levels, from illegal activity to legal activity, and they not ever ending up in a situation where high profile people is basically running down and executing them. So you can't always say that these things are innocent and these people, you just can't always say that, right? And rap is really lost because I'm seeing rappers now starting to say crazy things like, oh, we'll go out and march for police, but we won't march for what's going on in our neighborhood. Like, we don't pay for the people in our neighborhood out our check every day. We don't pay taxes for a service for the people in the neighborhood. You know what I mean? We pay for the service for these guys to come out here and police things and make things fair. So you don't have people getting executed in the streets on camera and for whatever reason. You know what I mean? So rap itself has changed so much that what are we going to do with it, man? Are we going to keep signing to these labels who have validly shown that they don't care about our culture, they don't care about our struggles, they're going to highlight and exploit our struggles, they're going to make money off our struggles, they're going to put you in a bad position and not provide you and people are going to say, oh, well, it's not the label's job to provide you anything. But they're not going to tell you to provide yourself a smarter outlet and smarter ways to handle and talk about your frustrations and people you beef with and all kinds of things. It's just the circle's going to keep going and it's going to keep ramping up and it's going to keep happening on video. And are we going to keep allowing this to go on in our culture? What are we going to do with the music that we created that is number one in the whole wide world? Why didn't we have more songs talking about both of these candidates and what we should be asking for? Why didn't we? And there's songs out there. So it's not really on the artist. People going to come in here talking about, oh, well, these rappers. The rappers don't control the media, bro. These rappers don't control the budgets that put their stuff on platforms. These rappers don't own Complex and all these different platforms that talk about our culture on a regular basis. Talking about things for our neighborhood that's positive, they don't never really highlight that unless they getting paid or it's a label that they want to have affiliation with because they want to go to the shows or they like Jay-Z or they like this. They not low. And how long are we going to keep taking it? Like we talk about Vlad and all of that. We starting to hold Vlad accountable. But man, we got to hold this whole label accountable. And what we really need to start doing is coming together and calling these rappers out who are culture vultures. Because it is a culture vulture move to be rich and outside of the culture, living someplace else, and benefiting off the culture, and then doing things that don't benefit the culture, especially when you're from it. We could talk about Vlad, we could talk about Complex, we could talk about all of these different people who commit crimes to our culture, but we need to start talking about guys within the culture who's selling us to them. Who's making them feel okay to do things. How long is it going to be before somebody actually tells Rosenberg, stop talking to black men like that, bro? Stop popping off, talking all crazy about different subjects that you don't got no past to talk about it. And how long before we start looking at the people around him who propping him up to make it seem okay? Because it's not okay. Once you get 5, 6, 10, 100, 200 black men saying, yo, white boy, you gotta relax. When do we back our brothers up and say, yo, this boy really do be tripping? And if this boy's saying stuff that's triggering other black men, you disrespecting black men, you saying different things, and as black men, well, we know what disrespect means. Let's start there. We know that if you disrespect me, or I disrespect you, it's a chance it could go to a whole nother level. So when we make that disrespect and we say that, we know there's a chance I might see you and you might see me. But when you let these other guys come into our culture and they start disrespecting, they got privilege. So once they start saying stuff and then you approach them how you approach other people in the culture, all of a sudden they calling the police. And calling the police on a black man and you a white man or you a white woman or you another person is almost like calling hitmen on people. Because you don't know how that cop even sees it. So because you upset that somebody told you what you said is foul and you could get popped in your mouth if you keep disrespecting, so you go call the cops. And then the cop shows up and you get every time people act like, oh, this was just one of the bad ones. Well, you get one of the bad ones, and then they come and they kill this brother. You essentially had this brother assassinated because you disrespected him. So how long are we going to keep tolerating this? When do we make a change and start demanding something different from our people? I ain't talking about black on black crime, this, that, and the other. We talk about that all the time. And that's essentially people policing themselves because they scared to call the police. Like I said, you do something disrespectful, we used to handling it ourselves. These other guys, they used to telling on people and getting it solved that way. So when things get worse in our neighborhood, we used to meeting fire with fire, eye for eye. That's just kind of how black men in our culture, we raised to handle business. But in order for all that anger, shooting, and time people got on their hands, different messages need to come out. Well, the messages are out, but when do we start pushing those messages along with the messages that we're pushing? When do we stop patronizing different things, businesses and websites and stuff that don't push those messages? When do we start looking for different people who say these things and propping them up? I know it don't make money. I know it's not cool. I know YouTube blocks that out. I know they make the algorithm slow. They rather show you a dog sleeping on the floor in your Explorer video and your Explorer page as a black person than a black person saying, stop the violence. Here's how you paint a house. Here's how you wire a light box. Here's how you print these shirts. Here's how you do SEO. Here's how you promote your brand from the phone. Here's how you go get a loan from the bank and a plethora of other things, because there's people out there, but why is it so hard to find? Why is it so hard to find guys who look like us teaching things that we need to learn? Because every time I go and look, all I see is guys who assimilate and talk and walk a different kind of way than me, but they want to pretend that they're me. Because I really was out here. I really did some things. By the name of the artists and the people that I work with, I'm in Philadelphia. You know, I got beans on the first tax stone. I got the second tax stone. I was out here in the worldwide beef, standing outside every day selling cars, looking over my shoulder because the artist is fucking beefing with Meek Mill and the world's going crazy, but I actually live here every day and I'm outside. I really went through that. We really worked with AR Abs and DJ Damages and Tone Trumps and Jimmy the Saints and O.G.s like Thelma B. Wright, A&E. Go check her out, see who she is. You know, other guys whose names shall remain nameless, city officials and all kinds of different things. I really know everything that I'm talking about and how to maneuver it and make it work and how it works from a bottom-up process. Well, there's the guys who look like me out here showing you. I know a bunch of mechanics, and I know they make YouTube videos. Where are they YouTube videos up, popping up top and at the top of the algorithm to show other black people how to do these jobs? They not doing that, man. So we marginalize in every way possible. When do we fight back? How do we fight back? What do we do to make this work? What are your thoughts on it? How are we going to survive if there's another quarantine coming in January and unemployment's out the window and we gave all our power up? When do we start dictating how rap is ran? They try to tell you you can't sell merch and you can't bundle and you can't do this. And you got fans out here saying, yeah, that's not... When do we start not letting them trick us with the okie doke? Because all that you can't bundle and you can't do this hurts the independent. Every rapper who has merchandise should be able to sell their merchandise in a time where you can't sell a CD. And if somebody's willing to pay $50 for your damn hoodie, then you should be able to put a $10 gift card or sell your album for $10 bundled in that $50 because you can make the price. So if they buy the hoodie, they get a CD for free, and that's still a sale because it's out your profit. But instead, oh, well, people didn't know. They buying from an artist, man. They'll appreciate getting that artist music with the merch. Come on, man. That's people being upset, labels being upset, streaming being upset, that people are finding a way to actually make money off the things that they create, and they don't want to be cut out. They want to dictate everything. And at this point, when you see how much power we have with this vote, right now, starting today, how do we utilize that power to make a move to change things for us and our culture that is the biggest culture in the world? How are we going to make it benefit us? Because I know I'm tired as a black man going outside every single day and people want to rap like me. They want to rap my life. They want to drive cars and look like me. They want to date girls that look like the girls I dated. They want to pretend they live the life that I live. They want to throw their hands up and make all kinds of signs that guys I know really did it, and they want to pretend it. They want to take it. They want to package it. They want to sell it so other people can be little replicas of you while you get put in jails, while you get put in boxes, while you get your body gets cremated, while you get all the negative things of being the person that everybody wants to be. They benefit and they emulate and they get praised for it. They win awards for it. They getting paychecks for it. Their families is eating off of it. And you've been you your whole life and you don't get nothing from it. And of course it's going to be people who come on here and say, well, you got to be a hustler. No, every person should be compensated whose lives get stolen. Our black women, everything they do is sold to the world. Hairstyles, style of dress. From, I remember people making fun of my lips to people getting their lips big. I remember people making fun of girls having big butts to getting their butts big. You know, body augmentations, the ways people are dressing, talking, walking, the cars they drive, the hand movements they make, the way that they stand and look at the camera. Everything nowadays is a replica of real niggas. But the real ones, and when you say that, people think you're talking about people who's out here shooting, killing, doing everything. No, a real nigga is a person who came from an area and a time where they wasn't supposed to even be here. They might have came from the bottom. The bottom can be a lot of places across the United States. In rural areas, your bottom looks different than bottoms in urban areas. People who come from these places and they make the style, they make the cool, they come up with the slang, they do different things because this is how they survived and this is how they made it. And they didn't have enough money for entertainment, so this was their entertainment. They had to do things on their own, so they taught their own way, walked their own way. They was just different. It wasn't they woke up and chose to brand themselves a certain way. They was already that way and they learned how to brand. But those people suffer the most. Those people are the brokest. Those people don't have anything. Those people are the ones marginalized and pushed back on every chart in America, while every channel, almost every show you watch, shows the influence of those people. How do we get it back? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to talk about. That's what my plan, my what I want to work with you rappers and all you different smart guys, that's what I want to work towards. It ain't no overnight answer. It ain't no easy button. How do we get it back? Okay, we talk about it, we make awareness. How do we get it back? How long are we going to keep building up these platforms, Instagram and Twitter? And I'm not talking about making a whole nother platform, because that's dumb. It's dumb to try to remake the wheel. It costs a lot of money, a lot of time. You end up wasting a lot of time. And if it's not as good as what people know, they eventually go back to what they know. So how do we utilize our talent and build it on these platforms and then take it and put it in a place where we can make money from it, instead of letting people steal it? I know how I'm doing it. All ownership. I shoot my own videos, edit my own videos, I print my own shirts, I make my own music, I run all my own pages, I do all the customer service, I do all of these things. I supplement other black businesses and other small business in general to teach them how to do it themselves. O.T.G helps if you want a consultation, first hour free. I do all of that. That's my plan. It's in my house so I could teach my kids, I could teach their mother, and this is a family business. So I took the power back that I used to give of sending all my beats out to different emails, hoping somebody was going to pick me and then compensate me less than I should be compensated, and that's just the breaks. No, I took all that power back and I started doing it a different way. and it's the digital dash now. But as a collective, how are we going to get other guys on message? Or do we even try to get other people on message? But something has to happen, because every week, every day, every week, every month, every year, we are being further and further pushed out our own culture while they still steal from us to power the culture. Since when did a Rosenberg, a Complex, a Vlad TV, or any of these guys dictate what should go on in black neighborhoods, black households, between black people and black men? Since when was it cool for guys like Rosenberg, Vlad TV, and all these other places to be calling out Kanye and this person and that person, and bringing up Kanye's dead mother, bringing up this person and calling them stupid and whack, trying to make demands from different people? Bro, who is you? We appreciate that you researched and you're well knowledge, but you could be replaced with a black person do the same thing, and they got more right to talk about it than you do, because if we get aggressive with you, you're going to call the police. You're going to get people's pages banned. You're going to get people blocked. You're going to stop people because you feel threatened. And that's not how the culture works. That's snitching. And now we talk, oh, well, you want people to snitch, and those people who talk snitching and this, that, and the other. Come on, bro. There's a level of it where it's corny. There's a level of it that's not cool. And when you're trying to block other people for just having an opinion and saying, yo, bro, you gotta relax. You say you love battle rap. You say you love all this other stuff. Well, then you know what the culture is when black men feel disrespected, or you hop in their business, or you talking real reckless, or you talking about their family, or you come in trying to tell them what they need to do with their life and their work. People gonna get in your face and they gonna say something. But we can't even do that. Can't even do that on YouTube. Can't really even go at nothing and say nothing, because now they're going to try to block you out. If you get too hyped, they're going to say you threatening people and being aggressive and being a bully, and they're going to block you out. But isn't that our culture? Yeah, we was kings, but kings defend their crown. Kings defend their land. Kings run armies. Kings run whole civilizations. Kings ain't dormant. Kings don't just sit back and get walked over. Kings ain't passive aggressive. You don't gotta be uber aggressive. But that disrespect and that other shit, that shit gotta stop. So how, when, where, what? How are we gonna do this, y'all? Hit me in the comments. Let me know. Like I said, they suppressing all these videos, so make sure you share it. If you're a real one just like me, share this one time. If you agree with one thing I said, share this one time. If you disagree with something I said, share it one time. Leave in the comments that you agree. Leave in the comments what your plan is. Leave in the comments how you feel about it. Like, stop being quiet, bro. Stop being silent. Stop coming in, being passive aggressive, and wanting to argue about people dying, and argue about this person check, and argue about Meg Thee Stallion feet, and all this other mess. Let's talk about what's really going to help the culture we love, the culture we built, the culture we live, the culture we bleed, die for. We seen great people die for, that's making millions of dollars off of, that is ours. Are we going to let them take it like rock and roll or R&B? Or are we going to start taking back what's ours? Let me know. Say something. Stop being quiet. Say something. Like this. Share this. Subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Subscribing and that notification bell is important. That changes the algorithm and lets people know. So if you comment and in the comments, you hit that button, more people going to engage with you, and your channel going to start getting more people, because people might like what you say. This is how social media works. Let's utilize this for the right way and make this thing work, man. It's O.T.G. Another day, another dollar, and I'm so serious. I'm so sincere. I'm tired of it. I know you tired of it. I want something different. I want this for my kids. I want them to be proud of this thing that we've been in. We built this. We built this. We built this. Our number one culture in the world. It's ours, bro. What you gonna do about it? You gonna let somebody take your lunch? You gonna let somebody walk in your house, not take their shoes off, lay in the bed, your bed, go on your refrigerator, turn on your TV, put their feet on your table, and tell you what to do in your house? Tell you you can't eat in the house you built? Tell you you can't spend the money you work for? Tell you you not worth the money that you earn? You gonna let that happen? I ain't letting it happen. What you gonna do? Like I said, it's O.T.G, man. Let me calm down. It's early in the morning. I'm passionate about this, man. People ask why I talk slow and why I be chilling, because this is the other side, bro. And this is only 2. If when I'm chilling, that's 0, this is me at 2. Imagine me at 10. I don't play around with this, man. And I advise you to stop playing. The world is changing super fast. And we owed all this money. We owed all this. How long are we going to let these streaming companies dictate how much we get paid off our shit when they putting advertisements on our shit and not even cutting us the real check in? But if it wasn't for our music, where the fuck would they be? Because ain't nobody checking for the other cultures, bro. They not. It's a fact. The other cultures not telling people where to go and dictating how things go. When we going to start protecting our athletes, our players? When we going to start protecting our creatives and people who make this world turn right now? Stand up, man. Have a voice. Get upset, man. Tell these dudes chill out. Tell them wash their mouth. Tell them fall back. We can do more than cancel you, bro. You understand? You gotta live around us. You're not gonna keep talking about us. 6 degrees of separation. Some of these people who end up, who they feel safe talking to, they need to be talked to. Some of these guys who keep co-signing these guys, they need to be talked to. Like, people keep trying to act like this is hard, that's hard, this person's this, that person's gangster. What type of gangster are you? How are you going to exercise your gangster for your creativity, for your culture, for your family? Are you just going to keep letting people step all on your toes and walk all around your house with muddy shoes on, looking at your girl, eating your food, telling your kids what they can watch, what they can't watch, when they can talk and can't talk, telling you taking money out your pocket while eating your food and leaving you less than? When you going to be gangster and do something about it? When you gonna boss up, or you just gonna be bitching, making excuses, talking about they earned it, talking about that's just the game? What you gonna do? Boss up. O.T.G.